Hello, hello. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. It's always good when it's Friday and you can look forward towards a weekend, hopefully getting some rest and getting some inspiration for the next week. But that's kind of what I want to talk about, inspiration, because I've had an amazing week. I'm so lucky I get to talk to so many inspiring creators every week. And, especially right now when things have been unusual, there's just so much good stuff out there. And I keep talking about the season opportunity because there's so much opportunity there, and some of it born out of urgency, some of it born out of fixing things, and some of it is just, it's the season to do it. So I was really interested. I talked to a friend of mine, and she is in this space where she's been working for a company for a while, and she's very, very good at what she does and gets great results. And when all this happened, she got put on work from home, and she'd never really worked from home and never really liked the idea. And after she got used to it, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe all this stuff I'm getting done. I can't believe how nice it is not to have to commute every day. I can't believe how really valuable it is for me to be in my home, and I sleep better, and I eat better, and I actually produce more so I can shut off earlier, so I get more time to actually do something socially, even if it's remote. So interestingly enough, this week her state's opening back up, so she's gonna have to go back to work, and she's like, oh my God, I so don't want to, because this has been working so much better than I thought, and there's really no reason. So what was interesting for me in that story was that she'd been tolerating something she didn't even know wasn't working. So this is the opportunity for us to really dig deep and consider, what are all the things you were tolerating before all this stuff that you were just not even aware of that weren't working. But now we have this massive opportunity to take all that and make it even better. And I think this is an incredible opportunity from a creator standpoint, from a personal standpoint, and just from a world consciousness standpoint too. And I mean, every week when I talk to these incredible people who are my clients, I get so many ideas. I hear of so many ideas. I see so many live examples of people who are just so willing and able to take any situation and make it work. Not just work, but make it thrive. So, I talked to this one guy this week who is making mobile medical tents, and he did something completely different before, but he's got this massive idea that he's getting off the ground, and it was born out of sheer need. Like, he had to figure something out that was going to get him and his team and his company into a position to win, and he did it, and he is positioned to completely take off and take over that world, and he can do it. But one of the things he's really, really smart about is he's looking at where was I failing before, or where did I have gaps before. And now that now that I have this incredible opportunity to basically start from scratch, what can I do differently and what can I do better? So this new opportunity is going to hit like crazy. So we had a very inspiring conversation that helped me really help him take it forward in a way where he can really look at what are the things that I was really good at before. So what are my strengths that I need to just keep emphasizing? And then also what were the things where we were failing before? And especially when it's time to create something new, when you have that sprout in your pocket that started to grow, but you have a bunch of people who you have to take with you, your team, your employers, sometimes your family. I mean, a lot of people who are influenced by you. What is the clarity you need to bring to them? How do you get to that clarity that you need to bring to them so that they can really come with you and pull with you instead of go against you? So there's, I think, an incredible opportunity right now. I'm going to keep saying this incredible opportunity because I really believe in it. And I think a lot of us are missing it. And, I was on another call this week where there were a whole bunch of people who, had been laid off and who were used to being employed and having things just one way. And they kept looking at what was and, you know, getting back to what was and being really concerned and stressed about that, you know, there's so little clarity right now, so little leadership, there's so little to rely on, and so little that we can really predict where things going to go for them. And the focus, although we were trying to talk about, you know, how can we make things better going forward, the focus kept going back to, well, this is how it was, and how can I get back to that piece? And that is, to me, such an incredible loss of power and opportunity. And just, yeah, this is just the moment that we really want to seize this and go, okay, how can I really get what I want instead of just what I was giving or what I was tolerating before? So clarity is a huge piece. So getting the clarity that can make a case, hey Jolene, that can make a case for the ones that are really important for your support. So whether that's, you know, starting with your family, your partner, your immediate surroundings, your team for sure, or if you have a boss that you're working with, what's that business benefit that you can demonstrate to them that will make it a benefit for them to buy into your vision? So getting incredibly clear on what that is. And the more you can really think through, like from their perspective, what makes this a win, the more you're going to hit it, the more it's going to be a win-win on both sides. So being able to make that business benefit case is going to be a huge advantage to you. And then once you have that, once you can really engage them in this new vision of yours, then the next thing is taking it forward in a way that is very tangible, because that's, I think, where the gap becomes bigger and bigger for a lot of people. The more they want something, the less they're clear how they're going to get there. And once they start thinking, you know, they're all about the what, they're inspired, they're creators, they have these great ideas, but the more they think about the what, the more they get intimidated by that and the vision dwindles. You know, I don't know who said this or where I got this, but I always say the how is the dream killer. So once you have the what, it's really important that you start with the how in a way that it's tangible, so that it is broken down into measurable and manageable increments, so that you can actually take this vision forward step by step. And so it has to be clear, it has to be measurable, it has to be communicated in a way that, hey Donna, that the ones that you're bringing with you can see themselves in your vision and go with you. So whenever you're thinking about, you know, there's this new thing that I'm doing, or maybe it's not new, but you haven't really played with it before or emphasized it before, and you're realizing in this season, this is really what you need to do so that you can win, you really want to dig deep and get this clarity on the table that'll help you push this further in a much more orderly or organized way. That's probably a better word. So it is this moment of, okay, so what am I not? What don't I want to tolerate anymore? What do I want to bring forward? And there's also a really important piece in that when you're trying to create something new and you need space for that, you got to make sure that there's nothing in your way to do that. And, you know, there's like all the logistics stuff that's, of course, important. But what's even more important is there anything in your mind, in your mindset, in your psyche, in your attitude that will keep you from creating this new thing in a better and more powerful way than you ever did? So I'm going to give you it's a small piece to do, but it's so powerful. And that piece is called forgiveness. So looking at, that's what I said, look back at what wasn't working before, what you were tolerating, and getting really clear about what that is, and just taking it as information. This is just feedback. There's no failure, there's only feedback. So looking at what you did before and giving yourself that feedback for why wasn't it working, and then forgiving yourself for it, or others. There might be some others involved with that. And then when you do that, the moment you do that, you open up the space for creation. And that is really where the most powerful creation lives, right there, where it's fresh and new, and you can start over like, You've never done this before, but you have all the power the universe ever vested in you to do it. So I hope this is inspiring for you to take into the weekend. I hope you guys are healthy and happy and making this time really, really worth it. And I'll talk to you next week.